don't travel for her unless you guys have already been intimate. Okay, so here we are in Bucharest, in Romania, and I'm just crossing a road. Probably going to get run over, but there you go. We've all got to go sometime, haven't we? So, yeah, don't travel for her unless you've already been intimate. Okay, so what are we talking about here? Well, and this has happened to me. I've made this mistake myself, so we're going to talk about the mistakes I've made and things you can avoid. Sometimes what happens is that guys they'll be maybe in a foreign country, foreign city, whatever, and they'll meet a woman that they have a connection with, and maybe they will go on a date with her, maybe they'll make out with her or something, or maybe they won't. I mean, maybe they'll just meet. I mean, I will sometimes meet people and I'll just have like a 2-minute conversation and we exchange contact details, and you felt that there was a vibe there. Do you know what I mean? You felt that there was a sort of some sort of connection, if you like, and then it can be very tempting, particularly if you haven't got a lot going on in terms of other dating opportunities. Let's say it can be very tempting then to think, okay, well, I'll just take a quick trip over to Paris or Barcelona or wherever it is to go and meet Jennifer because she was super cute, and look at her wonderful pictures on Instagram, and wouldn't it be nice to, there's a nice river behind us actually here, look, and wouldn't it be nice to meet up with her, and it'll be great, we can go on a date and blah blah blah. Now, presumably at this point you're going to be messaging her back, you're going to be doing some texting with her, or maybe if you swapped Instagrams, you're messaging on Instagram, whatever, and hopefully she's responding quite positively to that, quite favourably to that, and you've then mooted the idea of, look, we can meet up, I could come to your city. Okay, now as I say, this is usually a bad idea, and it's usually a bad idea if you're not very experienced with dating, if you haven't had much success in the dating arena beforehand. And the reason is, good grief, and the reason for that is that it's like Piccadilly Circus here. The reason for that is that if you haven't had a lot of experience before, if you don't really know the signs to look out for, then there's a danger that she's sort of just leading you on, she's just sort of liking the attention, if you see what I mean. She doesn't really want you to come over, or she's not really engaged. And the very worst thing that can happen is that you're chatting to her, and then you go over and meet her in this foreign country, and you spend money on the trip, and you spend money on accommodation, and you take time out to travel and all the rest of it, and you go and meet her, and then either you meet up with her and you get friend zoned, so she meets up with you and she takes you out to the zoo, or to show you some local attractions, and then nothing else happens, and she says, oh no, but I thought we were just friends, oh, what are you doing? Or you turn up and she just ghosts you and you don't even meet her anyway. Okay, and then you sit there sadly in your hotel room crying and playing with yourself and imagining what might have been. Okay, now both of those scenarios you want to avoid, and this is why I say you should not travel for her unless you've been intimate, because if you've been intimate, then okay, think that changes things a bit, because that there's clear and obvious mutual reciprocated attraction there. It's kind of on, and then you're more into the territory of I don't want to say long distance relationship, but you're into more the territory of sort of friends with benefits and traveling, and hey, I could pop over to your city for a couple of days and we can meet up, and that kind of thing's really cool. That's I certainly have had relationships of that nature, and continue to, and that's great. That's absolutely fantastic. What you want to avoid though is the other thing, where you've misread the signals, you've misread the signs, and you travel and you spend money, and you have emotional investment in it as well, because let's not forget that. And then nothing happens at the other end, and you just feel like a buffoon. Okay, so in general, I would counsel you. I'm not going to be able to cross here, I don't think. Actually, maybe. In general, I would counsel you not to travel. Shouldn't cross the road here. Not to travel for her unless you guys have already been intimate. If though you're absolutely set on doing it, then are there a few tips for that scenario? Well, yes. For a start, I wouldn't frame it as I'm going to come and see you. Okay, I wouldn't frame it as, hey, Sarah, I'm going to come to Barcelona to visit you because I think you're really cute and I want to meet you. Because that looks like huge investment up front when nothing hasn't even really happened yet. And there's a danger that she's going to look at that and she's going to think, well, is this guy so bereft of opportunities in his own home country that he actually has to get on the plane and travel over here to see me? This dude must be a bit of a loser, okay? There's a danger that she's going to think that. And that may put her off you. So even if she did kind of like you before, that may put her off you. So what do you do instead? Well, what you do instead is you say, hey, look, Sarah, as it happens, because of work, I'm going to be in Barcelona in a couple of weeks' time. How about we meet up while I'm there, okay? So by just framing it like that, even if you are going basically because of her, then framing it like that makes it seem so much more measured, okay? Because, you know, then you're not the chump who's bought a plane ticket just to go and see her. You're somebody who is there for work, you've got stuff going on, and what a happy coincidence, okay? So frame it like that. I mean, she might suspect anyway, but whatever. I mean, frame it like that. Don't make it look as if you're just some wonderful Soviet-style architecture behind us here. Yeah, don't frame it as though you're traveling just for her, because that looks a bit simpy, to be honest. The other thing is, be prepared for failure, okay? So be prepared for the fact that yes, you're going to do this trip, and yes, you're going to travel and to meet up with her and stuff, but be prepared for the fact that it might not happen, okay? Because it might not, because as I said, before intimacy, you don't really know where you stand with her. I mean, she might have a boyfriend for all you know that she just hasn't told you about. She might just be fishing for attention. You really don't know. So just, if you're going to do it, but be prepared for the fact that nothing may come of it, and be okay with that, all right? Use the trip for other things as well. If it's somewhere that you've kind of always wanted to go to, then fine. You know, that's something different, because you know, you get to go to this place that you've always wanted to go to, plus there's also the chance that you might see her, but it's not, you recognize that it's not a given, but that's okay. The other thing that you can do is you can use the trip as an opportunity to meet other women, okay? So you could be wandering around the town, you can be going for a coffee, you can be going to, you know, the restaurant, you can be going to the gym, whatever, and there's going to be then opportunities to meet other people, okay? So you are using the trip as an opportunity to, you know, potentially meet somebody else anyway, okay? You know, you might walk around, you might have conversations, you might get a few phone numbers, you might get a few Instagrams, whatever, and then, you know, now you're building up leads, if you like, or opportunities for the future, okay, which is great. So use it as an opportunity to socialise. And also, I mean, if you're self-employed, I mean, it depends what you do. I mean, for me, no trip is ever wasted, because I'm always working anyway, all right? And there's always work that I can do. So I just bring the laptop with me, I go on the trip, and, you know, it's like, it's a win-win for me, really, because I can always do work, I can always get stuff done. And for me as well, because we're shooting content, it's advantageous to go to different places. But as I say, it depends what you do. You might be in a very different position, okay? So, but think about, okay, so I'm going to do this trip. I accept the fact that nothing may happen, and I'm okay with that. And in fact, you want to almost go further than that. You want to say, I'm going to do this trip because I want to see Sarah, but I accept the fact that she may, you know, something may happen. She may not actually end up meeting me. And not only am I fine with that, but that's actually a win, because then I get to spend time in this amazing new city that I haven't been to before. I get to do some work, and I potentially get to meet other people as well, okay? So you've got to be in a position where you're thinking of it as a win if you don't end up meeting her when you travel. And that way, everything's good. Of course, we can mention the dating apps as well. You can use the dating apps. You can use the dating apps before you go to the place in order to do a little bit of sourcing. So you've got backup plans, okay? And as long as all of those things are in place, then fine, do it. And actually, solo travel itself is a good thing to do, I believe, for any man. I think it builds character. I think being able to travel on your own and being cool in a foreign place is, I think we should all be able to do that. So yeah. As I say, overall though, I don't really recommend traveling for women that you haven't been intimate with. But if you say, well, sod that, Troy, I'm just going to do it anyway, then with those provisos, then go ahead. And yeah, it's really just, I suppose the most important thing is you've only got one life on this planet. You've only got limited opportunity, to do stuff here. So yeah, have fun, do the things that you want to do, and don't worry too much about, women come and go. A friend of mine, who now very sadly has passed away during the pandemic, but a friend of mine said to me once, women are like butterflies, they come, they go, and that's true. So be okay with that, and don't invest too much in one particular opportunity, because there's always going to be another one around the corner. Anyway, if these issues have affected you that have been discussed in this video, and you would like to reach out and have a chat and maybe talk about how I can help you with some mentoring or some coaching, then all you have to do is drop me an email, troy@realtroyfrancis.com, or hit the link below for my Calendly, and you can put an appointment into my calendar and we can have a chat. And I look forward to speaking to you. So from Bucharest, I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.